a live look at Acrisure Bounce House in the heart of beautiful Orlando, Florida. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the BYU Cougars and the UCF Knights. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Thanks, guys. The Cougars head coach told me he understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the BYU Cougars offense will have the football first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Pulls it on the option. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Touchdown Knights! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early, you put yourself in a hole, not good.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. He'll pull it down and run. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. There's a crease. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Cougars have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Nakua. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Safe completion on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. That probably looked way better on the play sheet than it did on the field. The screen gets nothing.
Yeah, it didn't look good on the field, that's for dang sure. You know, you got to invite those guys up the field and kind of sell that you're going to throw the ball deep on the screen. They didn't sell it real well. Defense did not bite at all. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nowhere to go.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And play stopped for just a second as there is an injured Knight on the field. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. And the Cougars will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. From the red zone, it's Martin. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. And the field goal unit is on the field. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Knights offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. They say the tight end's always open, and he seems to always be, and he's always making big plays.
There's a lot of great attributes about a tight end, like the size, the physicality. This guy, though, what sticks out the most is the speed. That you want to play him man-to-man, put a linebacker on him, that's a problem. You put a safety on him, he's still got good enough speed and size to go win. Palmer, this guy, they put him everywhere, and he wins because of that blazing speed.
It's really crazy to think about that he might actually be their fastest. If you had everybody lined up at receiver, tight end, just running vertical routes, he might actually be the fastest. And Dave, we've even seen him on film run away from cornerbacks as well in man coverage. Nobody can seem to catch up with this guy. A very unique skill set for a tight end.
And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. All the way back to the 15. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for space. It's Martin. Shakes off the defender. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Right back to the well. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Bachmeyer. Finds his man, it's Phillips. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? It's complete. Smashes ahead. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. BYU with the 1st and 10. Option look, it's Bachmeyer. He just won't take a big hit. Slides off guys, makes moves. He's down to the 21. Offense in a split backfield. The run inside, it's Martin. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll run it. It's Martin fighting off the defender. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Fires to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cougars!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Rushes on him. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
Now on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Knights go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Swings it out to the flat. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the ball comes to rest right there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Martin. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. Got maybe a yard. 3rd down and 9 coming.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up into...
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
Great job on the safety there. And how about the D tackle just collapsing the pocket? There was nowhere for the quarterback to step up into to try to buy himself some time. That D tackle walked his man right into the lap of the QB, and he gets the safety.
The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Got it. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They're throwing for it on 4th down. At the 40, there he goes. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Punts it out of the air. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
An 8-yard pickup on the 1st down completion, now 2nd and 2. Wide receiver going in motion. Snags it, and there's running room. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Moves around to clear up the vision. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. Third down coming up. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Makes the catch.
Yeah, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, beat.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, UCF!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. And play stop for just a second as there is an injured Knight on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires downfield. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Caught over the middle. It's Phillips. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Working that left side now. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Cougars will use their first time out here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. What a disappointment. No good. They missed an opportunity to cut this deficit in half, still down by 6. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the Wisconsin Badgers. And it's the Trojans in front on the scoreboard and atop their conference standings. And it's hardly too early to dream big. This team is closing in on an 8-0 start. Could be a special season. Now back over to your game inside the bounce house. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that said, let's send it back to the guys inside the bounce house.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Forced out of the pocket. Throws into the middle of the field. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Grabs it in the middle. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. On the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Offense scoops it up and still going. Elevates over his man. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Motion from the wideout. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Leaves it with the back. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Hand off from the shotgun. Finding some room. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Bringing the heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Keeps it on 1st down. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Man, these read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On 3rd down, here's Watson. Could be an alley. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Barnett. Pressure coming. He's got it. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. The snap sets up to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Barnett. Oh, they're after him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And he loses the football. Scoop and score. Touchdown Knights. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Man, that is a crazy sequence of events, right? There you are, you're the punt returner, and you're thinking, our defense just got a 3 and out. We started this game as well as we can. The last thing you can do is put the football on the ground, and kudos to the punt team getting down the field, recovering it, and taking it in for a touchdown.
I'm about to say, great job being alert, man. That ball gets hit. Once it gets hit, it's live. Now I scoop it up, get some blocking out in front. They take it back to the house. That is the way you start the football game. Your offense didn't do the job, but special teams comes through right away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the BYU sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Buckmeyer. He's going to take a shot. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Off play action on 1st down. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He'll take a shot. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, BYU!
And man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back, he sees his guy, and he knows he's open, but watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the UCF sideline, I am keeping my eye on what's going on with their field goal kicker right now. They do have a little bit of a lead, but in this opportunity, can they rely on the guy that's already missed here in this game? Coach could go for it, but I do see him talking to the kicker, trying to gain some confidence, make sure that he's ready to go if they do call his number. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Trying play action. Dumps it to the back. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. And he'll be smacked to the ground. And after that last completion, netted a big fat 0. They're looking at 2nd and 10. And play stopped for just a second as there is an injured Knight on the field. And is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! And things have tightened up. It's a 3-point game.
And this offense obviously wanted to take the lead, but they chip into the lead a little bit. Now they're going to need their defense. Just give me another opportunity. They only need a field goal in the 4th quarter. Nice job cutting into that lead.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. He'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Watson again. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Watson. Might have a chance. Timeout taken by BYU at 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Here's a give to Watson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Cougars are going to use their third and final timeout here. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. He can get this one up in the wind. It ought to carry for a while. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. To the air on 1st down. Fires quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
Well, here we are. It's every quarterback's dream. You're down by a score late in the game, 2-minute situation. You get to march your offense down the field. And
makes a grab for a big play. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
Quarterbacks have got to have composure, and I know this guy's thrown some picks. He hasn't thrown for a ton of yards, but if he can put a great drive together here, and he's got the talent and ability to do that, he can lead his team to victory in this 2-minute situation.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeyer. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Defense ends this game in style. Coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need one play, and this game is over. One takeaway finishes it, and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back, great vision, break on the football, and they said, forget this. I'm in this game right now.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like,